You have now arrived at Stadium and Gale.
Snap, the kick, it's been blocked again! Oh my! It's been blocked again! He's gonna heave one deep down the field. It's gonna be to the goal line. It's gonna be gone! It's a touchdown! And the Gators have won the game! Tyreek Cleveland! Oh my! I can't believe what I just saw! Dropping back to throw, pops and fires the ball over the middle. It's Dory! It's Dory! Got a touchdown! Dory got a touchdown! Oh man! Dory's got a touchdown! Hands it off to Harvin. He comes back. Say goodbye.
Ahmad Black, in his final game as a Gator, takes it all the way home and sends Urban out a winner.
You have now arrived at Stadium and Gale.
Boys and girls, ladies and gents, welcome to another episode of Stadium and Gale. It's your boy Corey.
It's Dan.
And your boy J Scar 25, what it do, baby? All that stuff that my boy Nick in here right now, so I had to make it right for y'all boys.
Nick will be joining in a minute. If you're tuned in, surprisingly, to watch Nick, he'll be joining us a little bit late today. He's working on some stuff for Florida Victorious in their Gator Media Day stuff that they've got going on. But as we always start, Corey, how's your weekend, brother?
Beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. As I'm trying to recap what I did. like mentally, like what did I do, man? Just a whole lot of just working out with my son, just family time, bro. It's just the same old. Not a whole lot of newness, man. But summertime, we're in the thick of it. It's raining like every day, so it's tougher to get out there and get workouts in and whatever else you're trying to do outside. We trying to fish and do all that stuff, but it was a dry off season, but hurricane season in full effect right now, bro. Thunderstorms every day. So that's been the vibes, thunderstorms and vibes. What you got into, Jordan?
Pretty much chilling, man. Same old dad vibes. I actually took the kids out fishing for the first time this weekend. They really weren't fishing. They watching me fish more than anything, but they was excited to watch me grab a fish. My little one was scared. My older daughter was ready to touch it and ready to play with it. So like you said, man, it was a pretty rainy weekend when we tried to get outside when we could. And then, just a normal dad vibes as usual.
I drove by your high school, Dan. I sent a little video in the group chat.
Yeah. What'd you think of legendary Coral Springs High School?
Oh man, it's the projects, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I expected bigger things, man. A nicer campus. I think the campus may be nice. The campus may be nice, but the football field is Reginald. For sure.
Brother, I don't know if they've put a Division I athlete since maybe Cody. I'm lying. They probably have. Remember, they put Cody Brown, Walter Dix played there when I was there. Not a lot of talent, although NFL Hall of Famer Steve Hutchinson is a Coral Springs High School legend. Not a lot of us. So
my son used to run for Walter Dix.
Yeah. Bronze medalist. Two-time bronze medalist in the 2008 Olympics, I believe. So, yeah, I know. It's not much to write home about. The inside doesn't look a whole heck of a lot better than the outside, but it's home for me. If you would have looked to your right side, Corey, you would have seen where my brother lived.
For sure.
Christopher Street. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you how petty I am, Jordan. So I drove by and I was like, what the fuck was – I'm sorry, excuse my language. I was like, what was that? So I U-turned. I spent the block. I was like, I got to get a video to mess with Dan.
The better shot of this, yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? Just go home, man. I was like, no, I got to get a shot of this, man.
I gotta troll Dan. I appreciate that. I don't make it down to Coral Springs all too often. I wish I made it down there a little bit more, but don't often swing by the old high school. Great time there. I don't want to do this 4 years again. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, good weekend. I was in Orlando actually twice. I was there for work Tuesday through Thursday. And then I actually went back on Saturday. My brother and his family were over in Orlando. They do a trip over to one of the resorts over there every year. So we went and visited them and my two nephews that are over there. It's my nephew's birthday here coming up soon. So it's actually the same weekend as our stuff going on in Gainesville. So I'm not going to be able to make it this year. But super excited to see them. They're growing. Growing fast, man. Growing fast. But
They grow fast.
Yeah, they do. But a lot of exciting stuff happening. Even got my couch clean today. So my back is a little wet because I didn't realize that they weren't dry yet. So, but elite washed activities. Other than that, we're just a couple weeks away from the NFL starting, and I think we've got 47 days until Gator football starts. So an exciting time to be here. Corey, why don't we get a quick Brunt ad read, and then let's get into the program here.
Hey, y'all, excuse my sunglasses. I'm not trying to be too cool. I'm just dealing with a crazy headache. So, migraine type thing. So I'm just got on some sunglasses. I don't think I'm too cool for school. One time for the great folks at Brunt Insurance and Financial Services. Anything you need insured from the Panhandle to the Keys, my man Greg can take care of you. 954-589-2204 is the number you need to call for a free quote. You can also visit bruntinsurance.com. Motorcycle, life, car, boat, home, all can be insured by my man Greg, man. Bruntinsurance.com or 954-589-2204. Almost forgot the number for a second. Greg, what it do, baby?
All right. So the Gators continue their hot streak. They had some class bumps as well in terms of some of the players that are in that. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But before we get into the commits that got bumped up, we want to go over the guys that just committed this past weekend. So the Gators grabbed two more players, two more 4-stars, 4-star tight end, maybe tight end. Heze Kent, 6'6", 310 pounds from Brunswick High School in Brunswick, Georgia. An elite highlight film. So we'll go ahead and get watching on that. Corey, what are your thoughts on Heze Kent? I think that's how you say it. Heze? Should be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, bro. A lot of thoughts, but he's definitely a top tier, I would say, athlete, a jumbo athlete, bigger guy. They got him lined up at tight end. Some are saying he's 3+ these days, but he carries that weight well. It's not like it's a sloppy 300 pounds. So if you can find some pictures of him,
gosh.
Dude, imagine being a slot corner.
This is not real, guys. What are we doing?
Do you see the highlights, brother?
You have a 250-pound running back and a 610-pound tight end, or 310-pound tight end in this class.
Yeah, I think he carries it well. You're gonna see him get like just tunnel screens, jet sweeps. It's ridiculous with like how a 300-pound a kid can run. I think he's like 6'8", so it stretches out pretty good as well. Pause. But I think he's a kid. Some are gonna want to move the offensive tackle. I think offensive tackle is a tough switch if that's gonna be the move there. I wouldn't mind seeing him try to get some catches. Putting him in like a 2 tight end set. You feel me?
Yeah.
He's just a matchup problem because he can block and he also could go out for passes. So I don't mind that matchup problem.
I'm not mad at that at all. I mean, he putting this on tape. There's no way we about to just leave him on the O-line and just call it a day. Okay, that'd be silly of us to do that. I'll be very disappointed if we did something like that. We wasted talent at that rate, and that's just something we're not gonna do.
I'm gonna tell you what I do need then, Jordan. I need us to really get us a tight end package because our tight end game. I don't want to waste this 6'8", 300 pounds on how we use tight ends right now. That's what I'm saying.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
If we use tight ends right, then possibly you could tweak with it, make them get in shapes. Lose a little bad weight, you feel me? But
if the coach is not excited for this right here to be put in the package right now before he even get to campus, I don't know what we're doing. This man just got an orbit motion and almost took it to the crib.
Brother, look how much taller he is. Then I don't know, like New Brunswick High School. I don't know the teams that they play, but my man is a solid like 9 inches taller than the DB that he's going against.
That's a fact. I mean, he's definitely a man amongst boys. I see that clearly. But I mean, you got to give credit to just the way he's moving. Right. Even if you take out the people, I mean, this is a big dude running sideways and then squaring up his hips to cut it upfield. I mean,
bro, look at downfield.
Downfield, taking the top on the defense. I ain't saying it's fast, but it's effective. Jesus.
Well, I mean, we know how Billy Napier and Russ Calloway use the tight end position. I think he fits both molds.
For sure.
He's proven to me that he's fast enough, and I guess good enough feet, and obviously you can catch the ball to be able to say, hey, we'll give you the flyer at the tight end position.
Oh my God, he just cleaned up the whole edge. The whole edge just collapsed.
I mean, but the thing is, like, if he doesn't and he plays tackle, obviously he has elite footwork. He has good speed. That's what you want out of your left tackles. And he's got the size. Corey said 6'8". The internet says 6'6", whatever it is. We'll call him 6'7". He moves fluidly. I mean, he's obviously a big dude, but moves well with the weight that he's carrying and the size that he has.
Yeah, I'm glad we got him in Georgia, because Georgia been stealing guys like this from us. So
yeah.
I know he's a Georgia just like figure it out with.
Yeah. It came down. His recruitment came down to the big three in Florida and then Texas as well. I just hope, like, if we're gonna use this type of talent, right? If you got it, then you just we gotta up our tight end packages and our usage and targets of the tight end position. If you got a guy like that coming, because I would like to put a guy that size of defensive tackle just makes me excited as well, bro. So if you're not gonna use him properly, like at tight end, you got to put him at defensive tackle in my mind. That's the way I see it. You just can't. Offensive tackles are different, I think, in a tougher position switch.
For sure.
I wouldn't even mind a little fullback package. Sneak him out on a little, I don't know what, little fake block.
We saw him take. Can you imagine that guy taking direct snap?
Moving for that size, dog. Like he's a very impressive athlete, bro.
Obviously, he's like blocking little kids. I get it. I'm not saying that part, but just to watching the footwork and watching everything else, you got to be impressed with this kid's tape overall.
He's a better athlete than everybody in our trenches right now on the offensive side of the ball. He moves better than every 300-pounder we got right now. Are you kidding?
Straight up.
Him or Des Watson.
A wheel. He runs a wheel,
dude.
And he monsters like
he's
ridiculous, bro.
And
this is the most ridiculous tape I've seen in a long time, bro.
This is why you should watch our show on YouTube or X at the same time, just so you can watch this. I know if you're listening to the car, just imagine somebody that's 310 pounds just absolutely mossing a 5'11" DB,
bro. 30 yards downfield on a wheel route, guys. We're in a wheel route and up ball.
And they've got him lined out wide. Oh, he's going to kill that kid.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I knew he was going to kill him.
That kid knew. Just fall over. A wildcat. Yeah, I mean,
look
just
at this, man.
an elite talent.
Bounce it outside like he's just a regular running back, bro. That's crazy. He's in the slot.
I mean, I think obviously he can block, he can receive. You know, what his position will be at Florida, we don't know. I think he's a kid that wants to play tight end. Obviously, if he does, he's going to lose some weight to do so. But just watching his fluidity is something worth noting.
That's impressive, man.
Wow.
Yeah, this is, I think, Jordan's first time watching this. So these are real-time reactions.
No, for real, though.
I asked the pre-show, I said, have you seen his tape yet? When you said no, I was like, oh, you in for a treat.
This is not, you don't see a player like this very often.
No.
This ain't a 5-star. They don't got 5 stars. I don't care what you say. This is a 5-star talent.
He's not a 5-star. He's not?
No, he's not no 5. They actually dropped his ranking. We're gonna talk about it in a little bit. I'm just like, bro, what are y'all looking? You gotta see his basketball tape. If you think the football tape is crazy, his basketball tape is nuts, man.
I can only imagine.
Do you want me to try to pull that up?
Yeah, awesome. Why not? Let's see. Yeah, let's see the man do some.
How much of an athlete this kid is, because he's already impressed me enough. Shoot.
No, I think this is a really good get. I mean, it's a good problem to have. Like somebody said in the comments, he's just a baller, bro. A big, athletic kid, football player. You know, you figure it out when he get on campus. You know, you see how his body naturally grows and adjusts. But if that's my son, bro, I know how much offensive tackles make. I know how much defensive tackles make. And just from a career standpoint, bro, you could go do this for a very long time and make a lot of money. You know, just anchoring down the blind side of somebody, bro. Like, and we ain't got to worry about shedding weight and fighting weight battles.
Right.
Yeah,
obviously in the league, I think he definitely gonna have a hand in the dirt, O-line, D-line, whatever the case may be. But just we definitely got to utilize his athleticism while we got it and while it's here, because we'll be a fool not to take advantage. He just put too much good stuff on tape. I mean, watching a 300-pounder on a rear route and it's effective like that. Like, I've seen my O-linemen go for routes and do their thing. We used to have our little fun day where we had the O-linemen have their little fun to like run routes and stuff. They look like O-linemen running routes, okay? This dude don't look like that right now. He getting jet sweeps. Man.
It's crazy. It's impressive stuff.
Yeah, and I couldn't find his basketball highlights. I looked on X and I Googled them. So if you have a link, let me know. But I couldn't find anything.
I'll have to climb through my mentions. Somebody was tagging me into his basketball highlights over the weekend. Yeah,
if you have it, then feel free to share, and we can always go back to it. Welcome, Nick, to the show.
Thank you.
Nathan said, I turned in just to watch Nick. Damn. So we mentioned on the show, if you came to watch Nick, he would be a little late and not to end the program.
What up, 2-5?
Yeah,
yes, sir. That's my dog right there.
All right, and so after that, the Gators grabbed 4-star edge KJ Ford. A lot of rumors about KJ Ford potentially going to Alabama as the time came a little bit closer, but from Duncanville High School. KJ Ford is 6'4", 245 pounds from Duncanville High School in Duncanville, Texas, not the one in Georgia. So we'll pull up his highlight film, and again, another elite prospect and an elite grab for Billy Napier.
Hit me with that big X to plug. Bitch, I'm from Texas.
It's a family show, Nick.
Right there, though.
It's just taking a second to load here. So we got to get an ad, and no free ads on this show. No free ads on this show.
No
Free
ads.
KJ Ford, commits to the Gators. A great defensive lineman, a great haul at the defensive end position. Gators are starting to pull in some solid talent here on the defensive side of the ball. A little thin in some places, but we're going to go kind of look at a top the bottom class here in a second, but he's ranked as about 126th overall player in the country, the number 18 edge, the number 19 player in Texas. Offers from everywhere that you can imagine.
Shots 247 has him in the top 100. But like you said, Dan, 6'3", 245 doesn't. That's not the physical size. Him and then Corey. What was the linebacker from Lakeland?
Malik Morris.
The two of them don't look like juniors, rising seniors in high school physically. But this is a great get. I know people were worried about other schools. Shout out to Joe Hamilton. Every single time somebody from Texas commits to Florida, it is shout out to Joe Hamilton. Strong ties there. Does a really, really good job helping whatever position coach or whoever the main recruiter is. Joe does really well there. And Florida's putting a good class together. And what I wanted to say was, for somebody who the timeline was freaking out about so much, he was like quick, like went from stop broadcast to immediately sending out tweets to other people being like, hey, come join me, like starting his own recruiting efforts.
Nick, do you have any insight into that recruitment? Was it that close, or did the internet just kind of run away with things as they oft do?
Yeah, I don't know that I have too much that I can add. But that Florida felt good throughout the entire time. And honestly, I don't know if this is great for the ratings, Dan, but like, what's a commitment mean in this day and age? You got to put it together on the field. I even seen Corey, who was called it a young man's game.
Question. Yes. Yeah, we don't talk a lot about recruiting on this show, and we know it doesn't mean much. But for off-season content and to celebrate the wins, you got to celebrate the wins, right? Like, if you don't celebrate until December, then like, while realistic, also like not super fruitful.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of a fruitful life.
Yeah, I'm down to cover. I like covering like the I'm just not going to be chasing the visits and all of the smoke and making predictions. That's just not when it happens, or the misses happen, or the commitment happens. We could talk about it, right? That's what I'm down for. But they're doing a good job, talent acquisition. We know they can do that.
Yeah.
You know, I had to give them their flowers last year for pulling out of that mud, you know, and getting the number 7 class when it was all said and done. So we know they can do that part. But I do want to say, like, there's a big difference in just the type of football players. Like, I'm just not gonna look at just the rankings and how well they're doing, but when we went to go play Michigan in the past, or we would play Bama, like, it was a noticeable size difference, you know. Like, these dudes we bringing in, like, they're physically, like, suited that if you needed them year one. I think our depth is good. Well, we don't need these guys year one like that, but if you needed them, it's not far-fetched. Like, they're just projects physically that you got to put in the weight room and nutritional programs. I no shot at my man Zach Carter, but when he showed up, it took a while for Zach to put on some size and be, you know, the force that they saw him being. I think they're doing a better job of getting players that can contribute earlier and not, you know, have to go through a long, you know, body development, I would say.
They look like 4 stars and 5 stars, right?
Yeah.
Like, physically.
Yeah. I remember the first time and Jordan had the same experience. The first time seeing Dallas Wilson in person, I was like, "Who's this linebacker?" He turns around, I'm like, "Oh, that's a receiver." We went through a long run of those tweener linebackers, though, like not big enough to be an edge, but not fast enough to play linebacker, and like those projects. And like, not to talk down on him because I think he was a good player in his own right, but like Mahmoud Diabate was just like, hey, you're just not big enough to play the spot. Or we had, you know, linebackers who should have been born in 1930, like a prototypical 43 middle linebackers, but the game has changed and you can't run sideline to sideline like we need you.
Oh, you had Amari Burney, right? That eventually turned into, he's still in the league, I think, right now, but it took a while.
He was a safety.
Yeah.
At that time, we were kind of like, we weren't really sure what our identity was at linebacker and what we really wanted. I felt like we had some dudes who were on the bigger side, and we had some dudes who could move but really couldn't stop the run and the defender run well. So, and I felt like we had good things of both of those kind of linebackers. So I feel like that's why we kept kind of grabbing both, if that made sense. And
it's all strategy, and no, it's good, really good insight there. So
back to like KJ Ford though, like one of the best pass rushes I say we got in a long time. Just a dog.
Yeah, I saying he was jumping out on the tape, and I like the effort.
Yeah,
when you that good, sometimes the effort doesn't really have to be there as far as because you're just dominating. But I see he's running the hump, and then he's continuing. Even I seen the quarterback kind of climb the pocket and then try to escape. He ended up falling, but he was still on his chase. He was still willing to go get him. Most dudes of that talent kind of feel like, I got this in the bag. I don't really got to show effort on tape. So
we've seen a lot of that lack of effort, right? And not going to name names, but Corey named one of them, right? It's like if you didn't get to the back, or Nick did. I'm sorry. If you
I was saying I was late, lack of effort.
Oh, well, I mean,
accountability.
We expected no better. So, but there's former players that, have played at the Gators, and they'll get past the quarterback and then they just give up on the play. It's like, no, you still have to pursue, like, even if you don't make the tackle or make an impact on the play, it's, the old Urban Meyer thing of, 3 to 5 seconds of relentless effort. And I think you saw that, right? Again, the highlight film. He's not going to put the one where he gave up on it. So we don't know.
100%.
High school football games, we don't get them here in Tampa. We'll see if there's a package that I can get him this fall. But that's what you like to see,
It's funny. I was we just had for Victorious. We just had Jake Slaughter, and one of the questions he got was about a former Florida Gator he would want to go against, and he brought up Sharif Floyd, different position, but he brought up that Sharif, I guess it was Sean Spencer who was still here, pulled up Sharif's highlight tape, and one of them was with him chasing Johnny Manziel down the field in 2012 and like tackling the future Heisman. Now he said that Spence was putting that as like, hey, you guys think you're a first rounder? He goes, this is what a first rounder looks like, chasing down the future Heisman. But it's that kind of stuff that you get. I'm forgetting the player now. I don't know if he's still on the team. It was like first year of Napier, and it was a defensive lineman made the tackle like 30 yards down the field. Kind of just like kept it going. But that stuff shows up. I'm sure Jordan has stories of.
Yeah, Jacob Polite versus Tennessee.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Jakai's still in the NFL, isn't he?
No, he is not.
That went rough. Retired moms.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking of.
I forgot the name. I forgot the at.
Yeah, retire moms.
Yeah, retired moms.
Who am I thinking of? Oh, Jabari Zuniga's who I was thinking of.
He ended up. He called it. He literally called himself out. Jabari called his retirement like year 4, I think. It was just like, I'm done. He was with the Saints, and he's just like, yeah, I think I'm done playing.
I was wondering what happened to him.
With the Saints
I know he was with the Packers for a few years.
Yep.
He was a starter on the Packers. I know that at least a couple of years ago.
Yes, like he literally went to the Saints, and I guess he just wasn't liking it in New Orleans, and he just was like, I'm done with ball. I was like, huh?
Bro, he's 27 already?
Yeah, you got to appreciate to be able to call your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I ain't mad at
2021 with the Jets, 22 with the Seahawks, and then 22, 23. And 23 was just off season and left the cleats at midfield.
Who am I thinking of that was on the Packers?
TJ Slayton, maybe?
TJ Slayton.
Yeah, that's like
Third time charm. I could have said Brenton Cox. He was also on the
yeah, Brenton Cox was also there. Yeah.
Tay Douglas is talking about Tony Livingston played tackle coming in. He had bad weight. Like even now, like even Tony Livingston, he got a lot of work to do to go be an NFL pro. Like he's got a lot of tape to put on the field. So we'll see if that's successful. Because I mean, maintaining the weight is cool, but hindsight, maybe 2020, like Tony could have probably put on some weight and been a decent offensive lineman, defensive lineman, etc. It's offense. I'm just gonna keep it plain because it's a family show, right? No, we ain't got no ops here for the most part. I would not want to play tight end in this offense if I was a tight end. I just wouldn't until you show me something different.
Hey, maybe Heze Kent will be the difference maker. One can hold it.
He probably feels like
it out
he's
with
that
the guy.
guy.
He's the guy. Figure it out with that guy for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they told him, but looks like an offensive lineman.
Well, Nick, he's being recruited as a tight end. So unless you know more than Russ Calloway.
No, I don't.
I know Russ is a listener to the show. Hello, Russ. Nick is the one.
Shout out to Russ.
Yeah.
Shout out to Russ.
Talking offensive line with him too, man. It ain't just clear cut like tight end. He's a smart kid. I'm pretty sure he knows it.
For sure, he knows he's 300 pounds.
You got to tell him, right? It's like what if Will Muschamp could have told Derrick Henry, "Hey, you
17
can't play
pounds, tight end."
Hey, but like, what if Will Muschamp told Derrick Henry, you know what? We'll try you at running back. You might play linebacker, but we'll give it the old college try. Maybe Heze Kent is our Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
he's gonna play running back.
No, I wouldn't mind giving him give him the opportunity.
Like, why not? You see the tape?
Hey, Nick didn't watch the tape. He wasn't here for it. That's what Nick's issue is here.
Yeah,
I put my hand up earlier. I said accountability, effort low. Effort was low.
Go watch the tape. I give him carries. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Let's see what happens. See if somebody won't tackle him.
Boy, for real.
I don't.
That's a weapon, bro.
Not it.
Like literally.
Not it. We appreciate everybody for watching. Any more on those two before we get into some more recruiting talk here?
Nah, man. Great gets. I like the average top team in the state. Now I need us to, go do our thing on the football field to get to that top 5.
Yeah. So as Corey said, right now the Gators do rank 11th in the country for the recruiting class for this upcoming season, which is a far cry from where they were just maybe 6-7 weeks ago. So right now, if this On3 Rivals website wants to load, so they're 11, Miami is 12, and FSU is 13. So the group of them are stacked in there. Georgia's 1, Texas A&M is 4, Alabama's 5, LSU is 7. So that puts the Gators 5th in the SEC. Yeah, 5th in the SEC. Overall ranking from that group, 13 5-stars, or 13 4-stars, sorry, and 5 3-stars, 0 5-stars, according to the now what's called the Rivals 300 overall ranking. There was some big adjustments made today. They merged. So if you guys don't know and you guys don't follow what's happening in the world of recruiting websites, Shannon Terry, who is the founder of both Rivals and then 247 and then On 3, had previously sold Rivals and he bought it back. And now they're merging into one company of
We
sorts.
call it Re-Rock in my name, where I'm from. We call that Re-Rock.
Re-Rock.
You gotta be stopped.
It's just a phrase that I'm going to look up later.
A little Re-Rock, man.
Talking about family show.
I have an idea, but
Talking about what?
Oh man, he's cooking up the same thing, just putting new packages.
Yeah.
Now it's Blue Magic.
Yeah. 1738. All right. So the Gators right now 13 4-stars, 5 3-stars in this class. There was an adjustment ranking to the Rivals 300 today. They announced it. So Tyler Chikuyem, the offensive tackle from Douglasville, Georgia, is now ranked a 4-star. He was previously ranked outside of the top 300. Now the number 88 overall player. So he's the only Gators player right now in that top 100. Carson Baker moved up one spot, the running back, up to 134. Justin Williams moved up one spot to 149. Marquez Daniel slipped back. He's number 208 overall. And Heze Kent is listed as a 4-star, but somewhere in there. Yeah, this page doesn't have it. Kendall Gerville, he moved up one spot up to 116. CG Bronow, the cornerback that flipped from Nebraska last month, he moved up one spot to 137. Caden Hall dropped down to 203. KJ Ford, his first name's Kevin, if you're keeping track at home. He's at 234. And Jeraylen McCoy dropped from 197 to 289. I don't know what sporting activities have happened in the last few months for them to make adjustments to the ratings. Maybe some time, maybe some additional video and some scouting. Whatever it is, there's been an adjustment, and that ultimately worked out in the Gators' favor because a couple 3-stars were moved up to 4-stars. So right now, the Gators have tied for the most in the state of Florida for 3-stars, or for 4-stars, pardon me, with 13. Miami has 13. FSU has 12. So they have a class of 22. Florida has a class of 18. Miami has a class of 20. The Gators are just barely edging out Miami. But right now, top class in the state, and it looks to be like a class that is close to maybe grabbing a couple of more names over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, these rankings are egregious. Drop Heze Kent is egregious. Dropping KJ Ford, I would like to
How can you watch the video of both and say they're not it?
Politics, man. I don't get caught up in that stuff. I mean, I used to, but like just being around this, the difference between like the top 3 classes, yeah, you probably got a nice little gap on everybody if you're 1 through 3, in my opinion. But once you start getting like 4 to like 9, 10-ish, it's really about roster management and development for that. I think the difference in classes are very small. So it's about hitting your knees and then developing the talent you get is going to win football games and coaching. But I don't think it's enough to be, losing your mind over it. Like Florida State and Miami are 11, 12, 13. I mean, what you bragging about, a spot? It just comes
I'm bragging about being the number 1 school in the state of Florida.
Yeah, but in real life, it doesn't mean anything. Now it's who goes develop that talent from the school. Like some of these players that they recruited are never going to see the football field for them. They'll be in the portal in a year. So what did the class? You didn't manage the roster well enough to even develop the kid to get it, for that recruitment to make sense. So it's once you get to this point, bro, like we know we got talent. You in that top 10 range is all about development. Did we hit all our needs? Just checking the box. Like Muschamp used to finish top 3, but we have like 30 DBs. Like bro, like we got no quarterback.
But the DB
Yeah,
Did
but
he or fire?
We started this podcast about 6 years ago, and we had this debate, and Bill Sykes threw some internet haymakers over this exact same point. And Rob Turner asks a question, and I think it's an incomplete question, but I think I'm going to interpret it and ask you guys, would you rather have 10 4-star guys or maybe 2 to 3 5-stars on the roster? I think we're missing, like, would you – yes. I mean, I would rather have the class that has 10 4-stars and 2 to 3 5-stars included. But what would you trade out? You know, again, for me, and I think the point that I made, you know, eons ago was I don't want to just look at the rankings and what the cumulative total of that ranking is. I want to look at where our needs are and how we best filled that class to that, right? Will Muschamp could recruit defensive back and safeties, probably the best in the country, maybe Nick Saban with him at the time, but nobody else is doing that. But if you have 6 of them and you don't recruit any offensive tackles, right? Like, you might have a high star rating, you might have a high ranking, but you're not filling the needs, right? So I want to have the number one class in the country. I want to be able to fill all of our needs, and I want to be able to do that with one of each, but, you know, to try to do a combination of both, pardon me. But I think in any world, you want the 5-stars because those guys have a much higher propensity of hitting than a 4-star. And I think it also depends on what your 4-stars are, right? Is it the number 52 overall player or the number 299 overall player?
I think, you know, and I don't care enough about it to spend the time to research it, but I think there are more 4-stars now than even when Jordan was a 4-star. And that pool of 4-stars. Like, I like On 3 when they came out with them, people didn't like it, but they're like, hey, we're giving you 32 5-stars. That's it. There will be 32 5-stars every year because there's 32 picks in the NFL draft. And we're saying guys who are getting this designation of 5 stars, we think they have that potential. We are identifying it early that they have NFL draft potential 32. I like that. But I feel like there's 400 4-stars. So is it the 4-star who's the 38th ranked player at his position in the state of Rhode Island?
I don't think that guy's a 4-star, Nick.
You don't know.
Here's the thing, bro. I mean, at this point, one person owns every website. So, like, before you can use a composite because Rivals was different, 247, they all with different companies. But if the way they're all aligning, bro, like, it doesn't hold the same weight, I would say, bro. Like, you know, a 5-star when you see one. I think Heze Kent is a 5-star type talent. You know, like, you just look at what he can do at that size. That's freakish. You don't see that every cycle, and it's very impressive. Like, they got to figure out his position. But if you're telling me a guy that's just a bona fide NFL player, if he's not one, then I don't know how many others are in these damn rankings, bro, because that kid is impressive.
Yes, I think sometimes they overthink things. They're like, well, how does that translate to the next level? And it's like, well, we don't know, right? Like, that's a unicorn at that position, right? Heze Kent is one of them. But you look at that highlight film and you look at what else he's done and the athleticism, you have to look at it and be like, maybe you have a unicorn player, which doesn't happen very often.
But yeah, physical traits, like measurements, physical traits, like he carries that weight well. The eye test, like 300 pounds, you think you're about to see some fat, sloppy kid. No, he's well put together. Then you watch what he do in multiple sports. He's just as athletic on a basketball court, the way he moves. Like, I don't know, bro. That's like, to me, that's a no-brainer. You talk to any coach that works the trenches, a defensive line coach, they'll tell you quick, like, bro, that's a NFL defensive tackle right there. All he got to do is get in the college program and have a decent career, because when he go test at a combine, he's going to test. It's going to be nuts. His measurements and everything is going to be nuts.
Yeah. So that's where the Gators stand, looking good for recruiting, and then certainly recruiting a lot more. And I still think that you're going to see some excitement between now and the start of the season. After the season starts, before National Signing Day, I don't envision a ton of movement. It seems like a lot of schools are kind of following the same model. If you look at how many schools have 16 to 25 recruits right now, rewind like 7 years ago, like 4 schools had 18 recruits. and all of them would get them throughout the fall. So that's where the Gators stand. Obviously, recruiting is looking good right now for the Gators, and hopefully they continue to get better. Shout out to Gator Dave. He's here. So I want to bring up this opportunity to talk about the Independent Gator Media Day that is presented by the Sachs Law Group. That's going to be an event with us, Gator Dave and Gators Breakdown, as well as High Top Sports. We're going to do a live media panel, have special guest Q&A session, a meet and greet with some current players that are on the team, and maybe even some Gator alumni: Vernell Brown, Pup Howard, Jacoby Jackson, Jaden Robinson, Drake Stubbs, Trayon Webb, Jaden Woods, and more. So that event is July 27th. Tickets are $25. It's from 2 p.m. until 5 p.m. at First Magnitude Brewing. Again, July 27th at 2 p.m. Until 5 in Gainesville at First Magnitude Brewing. We appreciate the dozens and dozens and dozens that have already bought ticket. Hopefully you guys can join. Great family environment. It's going to be a little warm in Gainesville. There's fans outside. There's an inside area. But ultimately, we just want to hang out with you. We want to talk a little bit about the Gators, and we want to join our good friends over at Gators Breakdown and High Top Sports. So come hang out with us. You can find that link on our social media page, the High Top Sports and Gators Breakdown social media pages as well. The website starts with posh.vip if you're looking. We'd love to have you. Again, Gainesville, Florida, First Magnitude Brewing, July 27th at 2 p.m. One more quick ad read. Oh, go ahead.
I said, Dan explaining Gainesville heat in the summer.
It's necessary.
Is it
necessary? It's necessary. Maybe somebody's flying in from Sweden for the
Makes
event.
the beer taste better.
That's true too. That's true too.
Let's give a quick shout out to our friends over at Home Field Apparel. Go visit homefieldapparel.com. Use promo code Stadium and Gale at checkout. All one word. Get 20% off of your first purchase per email address. So go visit homefieldapparel.com. Promo code Stadium and Gale. Anything that you could want retro looking Florida Gators. About 6 pages worth of e-commerce that they have there, and then have a bunch of different schools, probably over 100 different schools now, the Indianapolis Colts. So go check them out. Homefieldapparel.com, promo code Stadium and Gale. Are you all going to be streaming or dropping content for peeps who can't make the event? Yes, Ryan, we will. Nick is going to be the producer and editor of all of that content. So shout out to Nick if it looks great. Also, shout out to Nick if it looks poorly. No, we're going to be doing a live stream there. Gators Breakdown and High Top Sports will be doing some content as well, and we're going to be doing our own individual content. So we're going to do something as a collective group, and then we're also going to be doing some stuff on the side. So come hang out if you can. If not, look for that over the next few days and couple of weeks after leading into the football season.
Already.
You guys want to talk wide receivers?
Yes, sir.
I know I do.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right, so right now the Gators are looking to make some changes. Obviously, you had a couple graduations this past fall. The Gators went and grabbed J. Michael Sturdivant out of the transfer portal from UCLA. They return Aiden Mizell, Khalil Jackson, Hank Hawkins, Eugene Wilson, Taylor Spirito, and DeBron Hampton. Those are the guys that are on the roster that are carrying over. And then Vernell Brown, Naeshaun Montgomery, Dallas Wilson add to that mix of what looks to be a stacked wide receiver room that is definitely lacking in probably some experience and production, but definitely not lacking in skills. So how do you guys want to break this down? Let's break it down kind of upperclassmen and then the younger guys here. What are y'all's thoughts? So J. Mike is going to probably be your number one X, I would imagine. At that, he's 6'4", 205 pounds, comes over to the Gators from UCLA as a redshirt senior. What are your guys' expectations? So obviously a guy that has produced some, but not a ton in college football. But tell me a little bit about what y'all's thoughts are on J. Mike.
Pulling up his. Go ahead.
No, I love what he does have on tape. He's a 100-meter guy. I think he's ran like a 10.3, 10.4, 10.5, something like that. It's a low 100-meter time. From Texas, got good track, speed. One thing I think is going to happen, like what I think Billy's doing a good job of, and who's ever working with the receivers, because I know it's more than just Billy, but I think what they're doing a good job of is teaching separation. I think Ricky Pearsall kind of struggled with it. Yeah, in Arizona State, I would say, and also one of the things I didn't like about the Dike take was most of the catches in Wisconsin, he was draped all over. And I didn't think he was that fast. When he went to the combine, I seen his 40 time. I'm just like, bro, he's fast as hell. I know Nick said it a few times on here, but I wasn't believing it. And then the combine confirmed it. But he wasn't separating in Wisconsin. But when he got to Florida last year, he separated well. He created a lot of separation on a lot of these routes. So I expect that same type of maturation and development with J Mike. The speed's there, but most of his UCLA catches, he's like draped all over. And I think they're gonna help him separate better and prepare him for the pros. So that's my the adjustment I see happening in his game, and the production should go up a tick.
Yeah, just 22 receptions last season at UCLA for 315 yards, 14.32 yards per catch, and 2 touchdowns. Had 100-yard receiving games against USC and Minnesota. So that's 124. So take out those 2 games, and you've probably got another 175-ish yards rest of the season.
Okay.
You just kind of have to wonder, and not that UCLA was doing great things throwing the football last year, but those are my questions. You just kind of have to wonder.
I think I don't know how many. I think he dealt with the injury bug a little bit. UCLA was a mess.
He played 11 games out of 12 with 8 starts. TJ Abrams is there. I accidentally skipped over him. My apologies. I don't really care, Margaret. That's the name. Do you know what I mean? That's the name.
Yeah, with J-Mike, I would go back to his redshirt. I believe it's his redshirt freshman year, because he played in 4 games in 21 at Cal.
With Cal, yeah.
In 22, he played all 12 games. So redshirt freshman, 65 catches, 755, 7 touchdowns. Make the move. You go to UCLA. Let's go nationally. Passing offense, UCLA, top 50. Really, really productive in that season at Cal before going to UCLA. Maybe just isn't used properly. Maybe you make a move. We see this a lot in the transfer. You make a move and grass wasn't greener. Grass might be greener. You still have to mow it. Whatever the case was, it didn't work out for him at UCLA. He's been a stud. Workouts, OTAs, which I've been able to go to the last 2 weeks. Spring ball. I think he's going to be a player. Make the kind of impact that like Ricky Pearsall has made. They're very different receivers. I'm just saying, like, in terms of like someone we don't know much about, older receiver shows up, makes an instant impact. Who's another guy? Not Ricky. Elijah Badger made that kind of impact, but the opportunities are going to be there. He will be a starter next to Trey, or on the other side of Trey, who I think we'll see not just like gadget stuff, but he'll be playing outside a little bit more, because you've also got Aiden myself. You've got a whole list of guys between redshirt sophomores and true freshmen. But I think Sturdivant, like dark horse, leading the team in receptions, kind of production to expect.
I think he's a front horse. I think
front horse.
Yeah. Oh, the white horse.
He's a light horse.
He's the light horse.
The pale
I knew
horse.
that was coming for some reason. I just
hold up, pale horse. Yeah, I think he was a necessary get too. Like, it's a lot of talent in that room, but they're so young. Like, bringing a veteran guy in here, like his work ethic and the way he's moving around the building from a leadership perspective is going to be key. But yeah, I think if I had to pick somebody to lead the team in receiving, I would think it's him. But you just never know, because Lagway had chemistry with Mazzell and some of those guys playing on second team, so it could get tricky with a lot of talent. This is my favorite room, by the way, like hands down 100%. On the team.
Not running back.
Nah, man.
Well,
I
you just said
like the
wide
running
receiver.
back room. We got some Ferraris in this in his wide receiver
D
room.
just
We
took
got
the words out of my mouth. D
J.
just took
Mike
Yeah,
and
D
Trayvon
said J.
Grimes.
Mike
I
is
like
giving
that.
Trayvon Grimes
D
vibes.
just took my point, man. I was just about to say, Billy.
You should have donated $1.99 first, Jordan.
Right? He done upped the ante on me, man. But yeah, I feel like Billy Gonzalez has done a really, really good job with receivers in general, and especially with transfers coming in with just a little bit of experience, but just need that finishing touch to kind of really get them over that hump to make them be the complete receiver that they need to be. So I'm really excited to see what this kid can bring for us this year. Like he said, with Trey Grounds, I feel like Trey Grounds was a guy who came from Ohio State, was supposed to be a highly rated guy at Ohio State, but chose to come over here to us to get more playing time and to get seen and to kind of really flourish as a receiver. So I feel like he is going to have a big year for us just off the strength of that. He's been there before. He's played in games before. He has the experience. He just needed the finishing touches from Billy to kind of get him over that hump to be a complete receiver. I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the.
Go ahead. I ain't mean to cut you off, bro. Go ahead.
I'll say I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the leading catches out of the receiver room. It's just because he may just be that safety blanket for Lagway, if that makes sense. You feel me? Just out of experience and knowing that he may just be that guy who's going to come down with it when we need it the most. And, yeah, so I just feel like he's a good one for us, man. I feel like he's a real sleeper, like Nick said. He's a real dark horse and not like we got all the 4-star, 5-star receivers in the room, the young guys. We excited about Dallas Wilson. We excited about Naeshaun Montgomery, Vernell Brown, all that. I get it. We got Eugene Wilson coming back, obviously off an injury. We're excited to see him and how he's going to flourish for us this year. But I feel like with all that going on, you forgot about this guy right here who can play ball, and he's probably elevated his game to I don't know how much more with having Billy as his coach. So I'm excited to see how he'll play this season, man. I think he'll be a really good guy for us.
It's definitely going to be the best quarterback you ever played with, for sure. I think this is going to be the best arm, 100%.
Yeah. And that's a big part of being wide receivers, having somebody throw you the ball.
Yeah.
What are you going to say, Nick?
It is weird because like whenever you get a transfer and everyone's excited and then you like forget about other guys but like he's the transfer that you've almost forgotten about because the last recruiting cycle at receiver was so dope that you like forget. Oh, hey, by the way, there's like proven production already. 22-year-old who's played 4 years in the rest in peace Pac-12. Are they getting the band back together? Pac-12.
They are. Yeah, it's a different band, but
that's like Leonard Skinner like pouring.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you Leonard Skinner though?
Yeah.
Cover
Sorry,
band.
that was super white of us right there. Sorry. So
no,
Jordan.
Leonard Skinner is like who don't know who that is, Nick?
Well, most of the band died, but Leonard Skinner still tours.
Well, Leonard
none
Skinner
of the original members.
Too. Oh, you're not talking about the PE teacher Leonard Skinner, who they named it after.
Y'all talking about if y'all want me to be honest.
Kodak back.
Rock music band.
But like you almost forget about him because like that class was so dope. But yeah, like he's going to get more burn than any of the freshmen. As excited as the fan base is, and I think all four of us are about Naeshaun, Moise, VB3, Dallas, like J-Mike's going to get more burn than the rest of them.
100%. I think so. I mean, it's just hard not to let him get burned. And I know he has the experience, and I know he knows the importance of blocking and how important blocking is even in practice. That's how you kind of win the coaches over. I'm not saying these guys not blocking in practice, but I feel like the young guys don't understand the importance of it is and what they need to do to be able to see the field and see the ball. I feel like he's been through all that at all these other schools, so he knows the right way to set himself up in practice in the meeting room and etc. to kind of get himself in the best position to be able to get the ball when the time comes. Obviously, it's all that way and who he gonna grip it and rip it to. Pause. Who he gonna get the ball to when the time comes. But I believe they're gonna build that relationship. They're gonna build that rapport with each other, and it's gonna be a great year for him.
And he's that prototypical Billy G receiver that we've seen him recruit at UF. both times he was here before, right? So obviously Billy Napier has kind of a different view of what that room looks like, but that's your prototypical, and Billy Gonzalez, has put some great, 6'4", 6'5" guys in great positions to be successful there. So Nick, you brought his name up. We'll talk about Eugene Wilson. Obviously Eugene Wilson injured for much of last season, an electric freshman campaign, a guy that is I'm going to use the word gadget guy, and it's not in a derogatory way, but he's a gadget guy that can, run the post.
Disrespectful to his game. I'm going to be you and Billy disrespecting his game.
But no. What I mean by that is he's like
stand in the paint.
He's like a Swiss Army knife gadget. You know what I mean? I mean, he's got to prove, right? So this is my take on Eugene.
No, go ahead. You're doing great.
I'm giving it. You keep interrupting. So Eugene Wilson, I think this is his opportunity to shine. I want to see him be utilized better. And what I don't want to see is him running orbit motions and running a half marathon every game, not doing anything. I want to see him actually make that impact that we think he can make. And I think he could be your leading receiver this year if given the right opportunity. And I think that means that he has to have a position, but I think he can play that Y or the Z or come out of the backfield. I think he can do a lot of different things. That's what I mean by gadget.
Good recovery.
I said I preface it by saying it's not derogatory, but
I get what you're saying. He's basically such a talented young man. It's kind of disrespectful to not kind of talk about all the things he could do. Yes, he can catch the ball. He's a good receiver as well, but I feel like he brings a lot of things to our offense and that we really appreciate. And I feel like it's kind of like a safety blanket if you really think about it, because I feel like overall we'll look at him and we know that he could be that disguise to where we can catch him out the backfield. We can line him up and make him be a disguise. Once defenses kind of see him there, they kind of scared because he just had a jet sweep that he took for some yards, so we can get him in motion. And then, I feel like we can use him to the best of our ability and use his speed because we got so much speed at the receiver position. So I think he'll be a top guy for us, if not the best guy.
Yeah. I just want to see, just let him be a receiver. I love everything he brings to the table. But most of his big plays, like when he went crazy on Georgia for the long slant or post, all his plays, his biggest plays have been down the field. I've seen him run the route tree. He could put people in blenders, and he's a threat to just score from anywhere. So I like the bubble screens and the tunnel screen stuff, but I don't want to see the orbit motions. I want to see him take that next step. They moved this position, so he should get reps at the Pearsall spot, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? So that's a money spot. Everybody that has been at that spot has 8. So you went from Pearsall to DK. Now he has that spot. So it's in this offense, that position eats. So the possibility of him being the leader, that would be 3 years in a row that whoever's at that spot led in yards. So I'm not mad at Jordan Tate just because of that. But I want to see him take that next step this year, bro. We already, been hyping him for years. Some people brought up the next Percy Harvin. I don't even say that anymore because they're twitched up similar. Like the explosiveness is there, but I want to see him run the route tree. I don't really want to see him do the stuff that Percy was just a different type of tough and a different type of dude.
Yeah, you have to.
I saw Trey today working out at the facility.
Yeah, monster,
nothing against him. He's put on good size.
Yeah,
I think we just forget what Percy looked like though.
No, Percy was crazy.
No, Percy was nuts.
Percy was
a beast. There's very few people that are
like Trey has put on very good size. You will notice a difference in Eugene Wilson.
Oh, we've seen it.
Filling out
Did
his
you pass
jersey.
the cheek check, Nick?
Cheek check approved. But Percy was just different, dog. Like Percy skipped going home for Christmas to play in the national championship game. Percy's just built different.
Played different too, right?
Yeah.
Used different, right? You can't just say because they played at Florida and they played
Percy was Percy was taking counters out the back. Percy was playing
Percy
Jordan's position. He was playing zone position. He was playing Dallas Baker's position.
Percy Harvin was also the number 1 player in the country or top 5, depending on which website you looked at. So he was going to be different from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, Urban Meyer's calling plays, not, Anyway.
Who do you think Billy Gonzalez prefer coaching?
Say what?
That's a good question for Jordan, probably.
Who do you think Billy Gonzalez prefer coaching? Percy Harvin or Eugene Wilson?
I'm going to go with Eugene Wilson.
I mean, I'm going Percy.
Both are going to make you look like a great coach.
Yeah, but one's going to sock you in the face if he disagrees with you.
Both are going to make
one.
You look like a great
One
coach.
has a different type of externality. You know what I mean?
Oh, they go to fisticuffs with one, man.
Yeah,
they have went into fisticuffs with one. Anywho, good times.
Yeah. This I don't know, Logan. I don't know if this is about like what I was saying. It's not any disrespect to Eugene Wilson. Percy Harvin's one of the best college football players to ever play college football.
They're different players, right? They're not used.
They really are different players.
I mean, we look at them because they're both like 5'10" and they play in that slot and they're twitchy and they have an unbelievably fast first step. But
we have to explain.
Percy Harvin probably had 20 pounds. He was just a different dude, right? Like
Percy Harvin could have probably played running back in the NFL. Eugene Wilson cannot play running back in the NFL. That's the difference between those two. Not taking anything away from the kid.
Jet sweeps, all that in the NFL. He was still getting off the same shenanigans.
Yes, I love Eugene. He's a phenomenal player. Quick twitch, great moves, great routes. He's not Percy. I'm just being honest. I love both of them. We both Gators. We all Gators here.
He about to be a problem this fall for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. His career, and Logan, we appreciate that. He's not being overlooked over injury. I don't think any of us are overlooking him. We put him as the other starter on the team, right? So 800.
Well, no, that is a good point. I think, Logan, and it's maybe not inside our fan base. Maybe that's kind of the way we're looking at it. But like, there's no preseason hype outside of Gator Nation for Eugene Wilson, and probably some of that is recency. Like, what did he do last year? If you're just going and looking at numbers, he didn't do anything last year. But you have to take the time to see, like, okay, what was he going through? What happened to him? Why didn't he do that? Even when he did play, he wasn't playing healthy. So maybe that's what. So like, I think he's thinking like, hey, like he should be in preseason lists. And he's not.
Well, yeah, I think what you said is right, though. Right?
I don't think he should be on preseason. I think he just hasn't. If you think he's supposed to be on those lists, then it's just going off of high school rankings. To be real with you, like
I'm almost happy he's not hyped up, guys.
He's hungry.
He's washed up and he's no longer that. So he can go ahead and go crazy on somebody when it's most needed. That's what I want to see.
It's some receivers around this league that came back that just has put up some crazy production. So like the list, you go and look who's on those lists. Like it's guys that have been eating and putting up production, and got film on, got plays on film. And he just, a part of being good and being a great is healthy as well. Like if you're never healthy and you never play, then it was just a bunch of potential. So he just got to stay healthy. You can't control that sometimes. Sometimes it's just luck.
Football, baby.
It's football.
He has to stay healthy.
Because he's gotten injured both years. He's played at UF, right? So the big thing, still looking career-wise, what do we have here? 804 career yards, 10.1 yards per reception, 7 receiving touchdowns on 80 receptions. So played 10 games as a freshman, 4 games last year. I think Gator fans that know who he is are hype about him, but I could also understand why he's not a preseason All-SEC player. I can understand why he's not a preseason All-American. I can understand why people may have slightly forgotten about him, but it doesn't mean that he's bad or won't have a breakout year. It just means you played 10 games as a freshman. You played 4 games as a sophomore. Now it's your opportunity to prove yourself and prove the hype that a lot of the Gator fan base has about you. So that's Eugene Wilson. So he's going to start on the other side of J. Mike. This is where we get into the overall debate. Khalil Jackson comes back, redshirt senior. He's historically started as wide receiver. You have freshman Dallas Wilson, freshman Naeshaun Montgomery, freshman Vernell Brown III. Then you throw in TJ Abrams, you throw in Take Hawkins, and then, of course, Aiden Mizell, last but not least, into that group. So you have those two guys. What's then your order in which you're going to play these guys? So, like, your thoughts, right? That's a crowded room. I'd have to think that Aiden Mizell is there. And shout out to Will if you're listening. I'm super pumped. And we saw some great things out of Aiden Mizell last season. Now it's his opportunity to get on the field and prove it. But right now, not very far behind. You've got some dogs as freshmen, and then not to forget TJ Abrams and not to forget Tank Hawkins in that group as well.
Well, bro, they tried my dog in Starkville. He had like 130 receiving yards called back for some bull.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Corey.
No, you're good, man. I'm so excited. I'm mostly excited about this room just from a speed perspective, right? We talking about how explosive Trey Wilson is. He may be probably one of the slower guys in that room if we keeping it a bean. You know, like, you got world-class speed. Like, Tank Hawkins is a 10-3 meter guy. I got 11, man. Mizell is my dude as far. I think he's going to surprise some people. We've seen, some of his capabilities, but you're talking about a 10-4, 100-meter guy. TJ Abrams not going to play a whole lot, I don't think, because there's so much talent, but he's another world-class speed guy. I already told you, J. Mike ran a 10-3 in high school, 10-4. Bro, that is so much speed. You got Ferraris running, and you got a big arm. You got a guy that's trying to, like, his deep field accuracy is on point. That's why I'm just like, that receiver room got me excited. That's my favorite room because I got a 5-star caliber quarterback that get to throw to elite speed. And they're not just track guys. They can play football, and you already see the deep threat that Dallas Wilson is, bro. That room is special, bro. And I don't think we're going to lose any speed, any drop off of explosiveness when guys come on and off the field.
I'm doing
with that, man.
Here.
I feel like to answer your question, Dan, I do like Aiden as the third guy runner up. I just feel like the speed is killer. Obviously, all the other guys behind him have speed as well, just like Corey just mentioned. Defenses hate speed because there's really nothing you can coach at that rate. You can get in all the zones you want to. You can get all the whatever you want to tell your DB to do. But if he's just not fast enough, he just can't keep up. Like, people, not to get off topic, here, but Tyreek Hill, people talk about him all the time, how he's not a great receiver overall, a pure receiver, but the dude is just fast and you just can't keep up. So I feel like we have a lot of that on our team when it comes to talking about our young guys, and like, the sky's the limit for these young boys. So if I was going with anybody, I'm going with Aiden next. I feel like he's already kind of proven to us that he has the capability to show out for us at the receiver position. The speed is there, the hands are there, the routes are there. So I would pick.
Who you guys have as the starters?
I've got Mizell, Sturdivant, and Eugene.
Okay.
Me too, Dan.
Yeah, that's what I got.
I'm with that.
Yeah, that's what I got.
So I asked ChatGPT, which she has a massive asterisk here. So I wanted to get some speed times here of just this overall group. You got J. Mike at a 4.38. He was clocked at 23.2 miles an hour. Eugene Wilson clocked at 23 miles an hour, a 4.43, 4.44. Take Hawkins ran a 6.7 second 60 meter, holds the UF record for football players. This says between a 4.25, which seems like an Urban Meyer clocked.
No, that's a real clock. Like, you better go check Tank Records resume, boy.
4.0.
Yeah, Tank looked like he's sliding. Now he
No,
like
of course. No.
Flying,
this says somewhere between 4.25 and 4.37. 10.37 100 meter dash. Obviously, he's very, very fast. Dallas Wilson, 4.49 40-yard dash. 11 second 100 meter. Naeshaun Montgomery, somewhere in the 4.4 to low 4.5. Aiden Mizell in the 4.4, 10.6 500. Dude, a 46.99 400 meters. That race is so hard. I'm not comparing
that
myself
race is
to Aiden Mizell, but good Lord. That race is so hard.
When both of your parents are Gator track, stars, then it makes it a little bit. You got great genes. You got great genetics, bruh.
Yes. You're not talking about me. Sorry.
Oh, no, not you, man. No.
Oh, okay. Very good. You heard that, Mom and Dad? You always ask her how Corey's doing. You don't have to ask anymore. Throwing shots at you.
So stupid.
I'm looking at, so they keep a record in the weight room of who has the biggest lifts, all this other stuff. So for 40-yard dash receiver, Tank Hawkins, 4.31.
Love that.
According to Florida. But not top speed. Top speed.
Come on, right?
Top MPH is
Desmond Watson.
No, it's Devin.
Trey Wilson at 23.4. Just unseated. I'm going back to my old one now from last year. Unseated Aiden Mizell, which is 22.59. This is just since Billy's been here.
Holy cow.
He's crazy, bro.
Dude, that's flying.
So Aiden was 22.59, and Trey is the new top. So you just said he might be the slowest in the room. According to Catapult, Trey Wilson, 23.42. 23 miles an hour. That is getting you a ticket if you're driving it on campus.
Right.
That guy's getting a ticket if he's running full speed on campus.
That's crazy. I wonder how, like the difference, because the NFL don't measure in the miles per hour like that. So I wonder what's the difference. Like, why are they 40 times lower, but his miles per hour is higher?
Yeah, but I can't tell you. Maybe maybe his 40 time was 4.33, like 0.2 of a second. I don't know.
It could be that. It could be your ability to get out of the block right away, right? Like you might.
How long
reach
it take you to build up speed? Yeah. How long it take you to build up?
Some dudes are quicker than fast,
right? Like maybe you want to see, what is it, the flying 10 or the flying 20, right? Yeah. When you're at full speed and get that. But there's no shortage of just absolute elite speed on this team. And so let's go through, because I want to talk about the next crop. Jordan and I are on the same page about starters.
Real quick. While I'm here, DJ Lagway over 20 miles an hour. 20.86, nearly 21.
He was locked in a game at over 20, if I remember correctly, in one of his runs.
Floating like a Maybach.
Bruh.
Got them stars in the roof.
Yeah, 100%.
Riding around lights up above my head.
Yes, sir.
So, Corey, who were your starters?
I had the same starters as you guys.
Oh, you did? Okay, sorry. I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Eugene,
we all the same starters.
Yeah, same starters. For sure.
Shout out to Brandon. Deontay Thompson. My favorite second favorite D Thompson that graduated from UF.
That was your picture for a while.
It still is.
Still is?
Yep. Yeah, I don't need people on the internet knowing what I look like. If they want to know what I look like, they can join the Stadium and Gale YouTube channel or watch on X.
Gang. Now you're wearing that. You're wearing John Ruiz's favorite shirt on your Twitter profile.
Oh, what? Oh, I thought you were meant. No, it's just a nice white shirt, Nick. All right, so we've got the same three guys. So that leaves the crop of the next few. Let me scroll back up here, just so I don't forget anybody, because I want to hear what y'all's thoughts are and who do you think is next. Actually, timeout. What I want to do then is go over the three freshmen. So Dallas Wilson III, 6'2", 3 1/4, 193 pounds from beautiful Tampa, Florida. Naeshaun Montgomery and Vernell Brown III. Who do you think gets the most snaps, the most catches, most yards this year? They're all a little bit different, right? Dallas Wilson, your 5-star, looked like a 5-star. Naeshaun Montgomery, in my opinion, a very slept-on wide receiver. Obviously, Vernell Brown III, the son of Vernell Brown Jr., who played at UF and obviously comes with that name recognition. I think part of Naeshaun Montgomery got a little lost in this class, but in my opinion, Naeshaun Montgomery is going to be an absolute dog in college football, and I hope it's at UF.
Say that again, please.
I think Naeshaun Montgomery is going to be a dog, and I hope it's at UF. Is my connection bad? I'm just kidding, Jordan.
Real though. That's my one prayer that I pray all the time is that all three of these guys just stick us all the way through into the end, man. Because this room is just so crowded. And you know, some people turn into divas and X, Y, and Z, and I ain't getting the ball, blah, 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 blah. There's only one football. Man, stay here and stay with a championship team. The only way you build a championship team is to be competitive like this and to go day and day with dogs around you to constantly push yourself to be better. If you want to go somewhere and be that guy and then be surrounded around a bunch of trash bags, it's not going to get you anything. So I love this room.
Kicked Darius Lemons out of your locker room.
And Darius Lemons kicked himself out.
Nick's such an instigator.
But crashed out, man.
All right, so Corey, your thoughts out of that group. I know it's easy to go Dallas Wilson, not saying not to, but what do you guys
think outside of that, I think Dallas is going to get starter type snaps. So outside of Dallas, I'll keep him out of that group. I'm just going to go just from the polish standpoint and how things was just kind of clicking for him in spring. I think his dad just got him just pro ready, Vernell Brown.
Yeah.
I just think he understands it from just like a high level. And he's ready for it. I don't think he's gonna drown himself in camp. I think he understands the rigors of like the whole position and the job. Like him just even wearing the 8. It's the small things with him. Him coming in with 8, you know, I'm pretty sure he got that number 1 on his mind. Whole lot of Percy Harvin type vibe. So I think he's gonna be next in line, just from a production and I would say snap count standpoint.
I mean, do you think we see all three this year?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Nick is on
I
mute.
think well, I wanted to post something, but it's off topic. I derail the podcast too much.
Yes, you do.
I think the easy answer is Dallas. I'm Corey and I are on that same train car on the tracks that I'm derailing, but those two, I think I'm not sleeping on Naeshaun. Probably the best thing to ever come out of Rhode Island. I can't name anything else, so he's definitely the best thing I know that's come out of Rhode Island. But I think, like you said, Vernell's super polished. You put him in that slot. Dallas is going to be outside, but I might be the next guy off. Khalil Jackson, if he's healthy, they're going to look at him. Don't boo and hiss. But yeah, I think VB3 and Naeshaun, guys I really want to see. It's been so long since spring, but guys I really want to see get a look, kick return, punt return. Like we talked about last week with running backs. Like I don't need to see Jaden Ball back there. I know the running back room is deep, but like I don't need to see RB1 head in the sky fielding punts. I don't need to see that. Right. Put number 8 back there, put number 0 back there, let one of the young freshmen do it. And both of them looked electric doing it. So it's a deep room. It's as much as let me put my negative hat back on. As much as it is deep, there's not a ton of production in the room. Like J-Mike has a little bit, but like we said, we have to go back to 2022 for that. Eugene has a little bit. The way we talk about him is because we know what he is when he's healthy and what he can be, but we haven't seen it yet. We've only seen a little bit of Aiden. We've only seen a little bit of Khalil. I think like you guys do that. The room is loaded. We just haven't seen
let's call a spade here, right? Like we're talking about the room as fans, right? Like the national media and people that cover college football are talking about it a little bit differently because of like what we said at the beginning, right? Like this is all just an idea. Right. Like the idea that these guys will be able to take that next step and that they're going to be able to develop and really have that big jump next year. But there's a reason why this room isn't ranked in the top, 10 position groups in the country, like some of the other rooms. And that's no slight at the group. It's that you have to recognize the elephant in the room is that you are replacing like 80% of your production at wide receiver last year, right? Dike and Elijhah Badger were both outstanding players for Florida last year. And safety blankets for DJ Lagway and Graham Mertz. You don't have that same thing. It's not to say that they can't, and it's not to say that they won't, and it's not to say that there's not going to be massive development, but there's also, like what we're talking about, Nick, and what we said at the beginning, is like you have to look at this and say, there is a ton of speed. There's a ton of potential here. We just don't know. There still has to be a question mark when you talk about this room. And that question mark could be erased in we'll say game 2 or game 3, right? Like hopefully game 1, you're like, okay, they got something. But game 2, game 3, game 4, that's when you start to see, is this group really, the group that we think they can be? And then how do they develop throughout the year? And we're going to talk about K-Jack and 22 and Spirito and all that here in a minute. So I know everybody's hankering down in the comments for it. So
they're trying to set us up, man. They trolling us. That's what they're doing.
They are. So you guys have Dallas Wilson, probably number 1, VB3, number 2, and then Naeshaun in terms of expected production this year.
Yeah, and I like Moise too. Skinny, but a lot taller.
That's my bad.
Meeting him in person, it's like we were getting hounded leading up to the spring. You're not talking about Moise, and we're talking about spring, but we've lost that excuse. He's on campus. He's got a lot of size to put on, but burner, fast, tall, long. But the other guys have been here since December, so
right. Yeah, it's just it's a little bit easier with that spring to see the field, not taken away from him, and I forgot about him, so that's my fault. He wasn't on my list, so my apologies there. So, all right, let's get into the rest of the room. This is whatever. Yeah,
that's a good question.
Tony Livingston or VB3, who plays more snaps? I think Tony Livingston's going to play more snaps.
Sadly.
2 tight end sets. Silk is building nice, comfortable bubble that he wants to live in, where Florida doesn't run any 12 personnel. And Billy,
listen here. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something, Nick. If I got a bunch of Ferraris in my garage and you keep pulling out the Chevy Impala, I'm gonna have.
Hey, sometimes you gotta pull the donk out pull the donk out, drop the roof, and just cruise down A1A. You don't always need to bring the Lambo out.
Bring the Lambo trucks out. Bring the yours.
So
I disagree. I'm bringing out all the supercars, man. I feel
you gotta bring the supercars out, bro. Hey,
you got a lighter box.
You can't do what you did in the spring game with Dallas Wilson and not show the Ferrari. It's like having a Lamborghini and then driving and living in Gainesville.
You showed it in the spring. You need the donk because it's got bigger tires. Fall, the weather starts getting a little dicey, getting a little colder.
Man. We can get some new tires. I ain't tripping on that.
If you got a Ferrari, tires it's just nothing. Okay. I don't worry about tires if I got a Ferrari, bro. Like
tires brought to you by Florida Victorious. Just keep running the tires.
See, Nick want to run our supercars like they do at the recruiting trips. Like just show the car off. Nobody gets in and drives.
Don't touch it.
We're gonna get in the Cadillacs. We're not gonna get in these.
What's wrong with the Cadillac?
Nothing wrong with the Cadillac.
Like, what a Ferrari. Y'all, I took pictures with a Ferrari. Now it's a nice Hellcat over there for you, son. Like,
anywho. We got some Ferrari versus Donk conversation in the chat. I think Tony Livingston's going to play more. I think VB3 will get more targets. At least I hope so.
Speaking of Ferrari, shout out to Harrison Sanchez, who has decided to spend some of that Vail money
look at that suit, man.
On the membership here. That's AI. That's AI.
He said that's AI.
I mean, that posture looks very AI. It kind of does. Kind of does. Nick wants a minivan. I see it, Harrison. And now that you're a member of the show, you get your comments read a little bit more often. If you want to get your comments read a little bit more often, become a member. Also, super chats, those are going to get. So we'll see, right? This is going to bring us to the in-between people, right? So we talked about the older guys or starters, talked about the younger guys and what we expect, but we can't forget Khalil Jackson, who's been a starter. He's good for one circus catch a game. Usually that's about it. No offense to him, but that's about what you get out of him. Take Hawkins, 5'10", 176 pounds. He's a sophomore. TJ Abrams, redshirt freshman, 5'10", 175. Taylor Spirito, Alex Gonzalez, and then DJ Lagway's teammate, DeBron Hampton round out that room. But where do you guys fit in a TJ Abrams, a Take Hawkins, a Khalil Jackson into this group? I mean, Khalil Jackson was returning punts too.
I'm not mad at Khalil. I like Khalil. I think he should be a part of the rotation. I think all these guys are going to play. I think 22. I want to see him. Graham Mertz gave him a lot of tough catches, so I would like to see him be able to catch some balls and see if he can get some yak but a veteran guy that you've seen can make plays, so I'm not mad at him being in the rotation. I do want to just see them Ferraris because they flying. Tank Hawkins is one of those older guys that's a Ferrari, right? And I got Tank Hawkins right behind, I would say, Vernell. I think their numbers may be similar snap-wise, around the same. Sure. I think Tank is going to be a part of the rotation. Tank just got to get a little bit more polished because he was more of a track runner than a receiver, and he's kind of like been polishing his route running in between, getting in and out of his breaks better. So we'll see how it all plays out. But if I had to go, I think Khalil is going to play. He's going to get some snaps. But I think if we're doing real, just true to competition and playing our best players, he's going to be down, the pipeline a little bit.
Yeah. I was just about to say, what Dan just listed right there is a chance man. That's what I like to call him. No disrespect, but the room is so crowded and so deep. They're going to be chance men, and just a simple fact of somebody gets hurt, coach, give me a chance, man.
Oh no! I'm glad I didn't cut in and break your flow there. No, I'm glad I didn't ruin that. But
you got to get Dan on that one. That might got to be the title of the show.
That is the title of the show. That was great delivery. Great delivery. I'm like, where's this chance man going on? I was like, where's this going?
I'm just being honest. The room is so deep and so crowded. It's so hard for them to actually see the field. They're great talents. I'm not disrespecting these kids. They're Gators. They're phenomenal athletes. But it's just going to be so hard for them boys to really get a real opportunity and really get some good looks. Dan, I think we got out.
Sorry, I missed it.
We got a title.
What is it?
The best stuff happens when Dan's gone.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're not the first person in my life that's told that, Nick. And that's why I'm divorced. So what do we got?
Chance man. This is a great joke.
Title. Oh man.
But
I can ask for one thing from the fan base. It's a Gator legacy. Hardworking young man. I think he just graduated. If he's on the field, maybe not pollute my timeline cursing him.
Oh, no, I ain't going to say nothing greasy about 22. I'm going to say something greasy about the coaches that put him out there. He didn't, like Steve Spurrier said, he didn't put himself out there. I have no problem. If 22's out there and he's starting over my Ferraris, you know what I'm saying? No shot to him. Best man. Let me say this first, all jokes aside. Made the best player play. Like, I'm not any bias, shiny new toy. I know sometimes our fan base get like that. I don't want to get into that. I do think the better players are the younger guys. And if I feel that some Justice Boone type situation is happening again, because I thought Justice Boone shouldn't have been starting early last year. It was 2 or 3 guys that was probably better than him. He just played because he was older, in my opinion. So if I get those type of vibes, I can't be mad at 22. Because he ain't put himself out there like Spurrier says. So I talked to the guy that put him out there via Twitter. Hopefully.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously talented, right? He was a starting wide receiver at UF last year. So obviously talented. But I think you now have the opportunity to really have some elite competition in that room. And I'm excited for the first time in a while about what the prospects of this position look like going into next year.
I can't remember when it was. It was some years. I was on the show.
Man, it's hilarious. I can't stop thinking about
it. Can't wait to watch it.
Oh, oh my
that's
God.
A clip. Yo, chat, clip that.
That's an IG clip right there.
I can't remember when it was, and you guys thought I was talking like greasy about the whole room. I can't remember who was in it, but I was like, this might be the worst wide receiver room I've covered at Florida. It was like 3-4 years ago, maybe. I can't remember when it was. Cannot say that about this room. I do look forward to what Silk says when Billy Napier foregoes putting the Lamborghinis out to bring out the Tonka trucks.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's the case anymore, right? Yeah. Like before, you probably had to go safe. Yeah. I don't know if Florida needs to go safe anymore. Not that they're going
speed in space.
Well, you have the offensive line, you have the running backs, you have elite talent.
They're gonna have to load the box. Like teams are gonna have to load the box to stop our run game. You're gonna get one-on-one matchups with Ferraris. With Ferraris.
That's what I want to do. I want to have them boy full wide. Leave JB in there with 1-2 linebackers in the box, light box. You either gonna have to pick up that bubble screen, or you gonna have to pick up this inside zone. Pick your poison. Ain't no apex linebackers playing in between all this rah. Nah, make your mind up out there. Either you're gonna be guarding his slot because you're gonna catch this bubble and take it up the sideline, or you're gonna stay in the box and play this inside zone.
What's up?
Pick your poison.
Pick your poison. Let's go.
Corey's headache is magically gone. He's talking about Ferraris. Ready to go.
Roo-rah, nah. Chance man. Take a chance on the sideline, dog. We got Ferraris in the garage. Take your chances elsewhere.
Just give me a chance, man. That shit was hilarious.
Oh, man. So that's where we're at, boy. I mean, that's the wide receiver room. That's an hour worth of breakdown about the wide receiver position. We talked about starters. We talked about the next man up. We talked about last man on the field and everything in between. Any final thoughts before we start to wrap up?
Everybody leave with a receiver hot take, man. Give me a hot take.
Well, I started.
Receiver
hot take. You said Naeshaun. You said the Naeshaun.
Yeah, I'm about to say I agree with Nick. My hot take, Naeshaun.
No, Nick didn't say that. Nick didn't say that. The other white guy said it.
Okay, sorry, Dan.
Nick put Naeshaun a distant third. He put him in a donk.
I'm rocking out with Naeshaun just off the fact I feel like he not getting all the hype. You know, these kids live for the internet, bro. We in the new day and age. These boys see who all the hype is around. The hype around VB3 and Dallas Wilson went crazy in the spring game. Everybody roo-rah-ha. He almost like, y'all boys forgot who I was? All right, say less. At the end of the day, everybody can be as good as they want to be. Whoever's blocking the best will be on that field.
Mm-hmm.
So we can call it whoever is the best guy, fastest, mile per hour, whatever you want to call it. Whoever is blocking on the perimeter is going to play. That's just how Billy G do his thing. You can be way better than the dude that's blocking better, but you will be on the sideline watching that dude block. That's just how it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Naeshaun got a little chip on his shoulder, and I think he's going to be a baller this year because of the chip on his shoulder. I think all three guys are very capable of being that guy this year easily. But I just think because of how the chips fell through the spring and VB getting some hype because everybody hyped up around him, and he's been balling in spring practice and working hard and doing this thing, and Dallas Wilson been going crazy in the spring game. I feel like he kind of fell lower in the rankings. So I feel like I won't be surprised if he just pop out and show dudes. I want to say something else, but you know.
Agent Zero, baby. Agent Zero.
Nick, what's your hot take?
2. I think we got close last year, so I'm gonna I have to go a little greasier with that one. I'm gonna go with 2 receivers will have 850 or more with somebody at 1,000. Got 1,000-yard receiver, and 2 will have 850 or more. I was gonna say like at least 2 with 800, but last year Chim had 783 and Badger had 806, so I had to go a little bit greasier with that. And then the second one, 30-30, has more than 1 reception this year.
Okay. Better be LIU. It better be
LIU. It better be LIU.
And right before we nail it, too. Like the play before we nail it, you get them that little slant real quick.
Like a fake kneel?
Yeah.
Dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty. Fake kneel. Pop it.
Like go for 84. I like that. I like that, Nick.
Like Rudy and all that, man. Yeah, I like it.
All right. So Chris
shout
Smith.
out to Ahmad Fullwood.
Yeah, shout out to Ahmad Fullwood.
I haven't heard that name in a long time, bro.
Wow.
Chris
every
Smith.
once in a while, Nick Washington posts a picture of Ahmad Fullwood, who I don't think has any social media, and just says proof of life. I'm like, oh shoot, Ahmad's still up.
That's crazy.
That guy's probably happy, man.
Living his life off social media.
Yeah, he's bro. You know how much PC he's at? Like he's probably tranquil as hell.
Brandon Connell has Spiritus 2 catches against LIU and FSU. Chris Smith We spent about 15 minutes talking about J. Mike about an hour ago. Dallas needs to start. Amir Jackson. He's a tight end. We talked about him last week. So, Corey, what's your hot take?
I think our most explosive wide receiver is going to be 11, man. Give me Aiden Mizell. I think he leads the team in yards per catch.
What up, Sticks?
Okay.
I've been tearing people up with Aiden Mizell on that NCAA. They got that boy with 97 more on.
Trying to catch you, Jordan?
Him and Tank in the top 5, like speed-wise, on the entire game. Yeah.
I'll be going deep with that boy. No homo.
And he got crazy chemistry with Lagway. We seen the chemistry there a little bit last year, you know. So I think they got some chemistry there. Top end speed is crazy. I think he's gonna lead the team in most explosive plays. We'll see what's up.
I mean, don't be surprised if you see a little bit of Tank Hawkins and TJ Abrams too, right? I mean, they were on the same, second string as DJ Lagway, right? Obviously, DJ moved to the first, but I mean, there's still that connection. That's where he practiced and who he practiced with for the first 8 months. 9 months he was on campus. So don't be surprised if you see more of them. Again, a very highly recruited group of very fast wide receivers that there's just a question mark based on production. But I think they've got a lot of dogs. I think they've got some guys that have shown it. So now it's their opportunity. They've got one of the best deep ball passers in all of college football. They've got one of the best quarterbacks just in general in college football going into next year. So now it's that opportunity to block and catch the ball. Catch the ball with the hands, not with the chest either. Catch the ball with the hands.
Coach Dan, tap in.
Yeah. You know what I mean? All right, guys.
Fingers, not with your hands.
Fingers are a part of the hands, Nick. All right, so let's see. I want to talk about Florida high school athletics here in a second, but I do want to give a quick shout out to our friends over at Game Time Sidekicks. Go visit GameTimeSidekicks.com. Use promo code Stadium15. You can get a cool Gator Boys cup like this one. Jordan has the Gators cup and the Gator head. Nick has about 790 of them under his desk.
3 more. They will be at July 27th. They'll be at
time out. And we've got a case of theft on our hands, grand theft on our hands.
Straight up.
I don't think he sent just 3 cups, Nick. So
no. I have 3 more like at the office.
We'll take this up with GPD. But go visit.
Oh, there we go. That looks appropriate.
Right. I said I have 3 more. I brought the whole box up last week. I didn't think I needed to bring it up again. But I have 3 more to add to that.
I'm about to re-up on my cups, bro. I'm excited about that.
All right. So
I'll bring the hoodies too. I'll bring the hoodies, guys. Yeah.
I appreciate that. That would mean a lot if I could have a piece of Stadium and Gale apparel. Go visit GameTimeSidekicks.com. Use promo code Stadium15. Keep your hot drinks hot, your cold drinks cold. All right, guys, let's get into. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. What FHSAA? We're talking about Teddy Bridgewater suspended as they evaluate impermissible benefits, including Uber rides, massage therapy, pregame meals, a variety of different things. Teddy Bridgewater, the former NFL quarterback, actually current NFL quarterback too, I believe, was suspended for just providing for his players. He was a volunteer coach. Corey, you tell the story a little bit.
Oh, so wish I had a social media post, but pretty much Teddy Bridgewater, the state champion down at Miami Northwestern, he put out a post on social media asking the community for support, former alumni, et cetera, that help financially with the football program, stating that he spent around $200,000 the last year, whether it was like food, travel, whatever it was, supporting the team came out of his own pockets. Since then, FHSAA, because that's technically against the rules. It's just like high school. I mean, just like college, coaches just can't be paying players and taking care of them. It's illegal. So of course they're investigating or suspending him. I would say.
What
was that?
Oh, yeah, no. So
I sent Dan the tweet so he can pull it up on the screen.
Yeah. For the people.
All right, so here we are. Teddy Bridgewater paid out of pocket for training camp $14,000. Pride sets $9,500. You guys know what a pride set is? Like something you like run out of. That's like school pride. I don't know. $9,500 for that. $2,200 a week for pregame meals. $1,300 a week for recovery. $700 a week for Uber, and $300 a week for field paint.
Why is he paying for field paint?
I don't know if Miami Northwestern is spending their money elsewhere.
Yeah, I think it's a lot, bro. So, first of all, he put out a statement after that. He's technically not a.
Do you want me to read the statement?
Yeah, read the statement.
Teddy Bridgewater, damn people done caused all this confusion. Got a phone call tonight, and it's no real investigation going on. I told you I have to be an employee to be investigated. Now, the paperwork thing still stands, but there is no investigation. We self-reported. Vernon and his administrative homeboys want me gone, apparently, and tried to hire one of my dogs like bro wasn't going to lace me up. The suspension came from Miami Northwestern, and it's impossible to suspend someone who doesn't work for you. Which is fine. So if I'm suspended from Miami Northwestern, I'm free to go to another school of my choice, but I'm not going anywhere. And if it comes down to it, I will volunteer from the bleachers like I used to in 2018 and 2019 when no one had a problem. This is my last post about this BS.
Yeah, I think it's deeper than the surface. I think he knew all that before he even put the post up. He knew that it was illegal for him to do what he was doing. But he also knew that he wasn't volunteer technically, and it wasn't, anything that could possibly happen to him. I know a lot of people are like upset at the FHSAA for him suspending him or whatever, but I just think it's more of an in-house thing, in my opinion, and how I'm seeing it. He's an intelligent guy. I think him saying how much he spent was him using transparency on, hey, this is what I invested in this program, and this is what I spent it on. And I think him asking the community for support, this is not a state thing. He's not mad at the state for lack of budget. It sounds like it's an in-house, a community thing that he's trying to get everybody on board with support. He's asking for support. Yeah, sometimes we just got to listen to exactly what people are saying. He's asked for support, and then he listed how he supported. So I think it's an in-house problem. I don't think it's the state programs or anything like that. I think he's trying to figure out in-house business. That's how I seen
it. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. It's almost like I came back to the community where I'm from to help my community. Why aren't more people doing this? Why am I the only one? Kind of thing.
Straight up.
And Northwestern is probably like, yo, why are you calling us out?
Because y'all got him paying to get the field painted, which should be paid by y'all, but he's painting the field.
It's so better. It's so easy for people to get mad at the government quick, right? Oh, FHA, why he can't pay for the kids to do this? No, it's a deeper thing than that. Like if he's calling for transparency, he's letting the community know exactly what he spent. He's asking the community in his post for support for the team. So that's an in-house thing, bro. I don't think he's like mad at FHSAA at all, and I don't think
I think he's more mad at his guys.
It's his community and everybody around the program is who he's trying to like get some reconcile or get to some type of solution and resolution, in my opinion.
Just for terms of people who don't understand, when he said, bro, lace me up, that basically means that his homie told him what's going on, that basically they're trying to hire him up under his nose, kind of there behind his back. So
I appreciate that. I'm going to use that at work tomorrow.
Now, lace could be a lot of different things depending on how you use it.
I know. And we already talked about getting re-rocked, and I had to look up what that means. And boy, this is a family show.
Hopefully, it wasn't on your work computer.
It was. Yeah. No,
okay.
Saying, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, your job saying you Google search re-rock is you fired tomorrow.
Yeah, you're fired.
No, I'll be fine. No, I'll be fine. I use ChatGPT also, but also, I mean, we'll answer questions, as they come. They'll understand. All right, you guys want to get out of here?
Yeah.
All right. One final shout out to friends over at Alumni Hall. Go visit alumnihall.com or go visit them in Gainesville, Florida on Archer Road. Anything you could want for the Florida Gator fan in your life. It's past July 1st, so it's time to start talking about the Christmas and holiday season. No better time than the present to start getting your gifts ready to go. Go visit alumnihall.com or go visit them in Gainesville Road go visit them in Gainesville on Archer Road. Who is Song of the Week? Is it me?
It was me, then it was Jordan.
Yes, I think it's my turn. We're gonna go with right here. This song is a banger. It's by Dub Vision. It's called Here.
Yeah, we've been getting those pictures, Corey. We knew it wasn't. This wasn't a country week. It was not a country week.
Oh yeah. No. It's not a country week, but there's some great country music. There's some great country music out there. If you guys are looking for some, would be happy to talk to you about what's happening. Philip Bowen and Charles Wesley Godwin just put out a great new track. So, all right, guys, let's get out of here. We appreciate everybody for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you have not done so. We appreciate everybody for contributing to the conversation today. We appreciate Harrison for becoming a member today. And I especially want to call out you, Robert Turner, for your chat involvement today. So everybody remember July 27th, Gainesville, Florida at First Magnitude Brewing. Tickets on our website. We will see you guys same corner, same time next week.